Tonight, only on 12 News, an emergency unfolds right before our eyes.
He was unconscious when we showed up.
Our 12 News journalist Joe Dana called 911 after seeing a man on the ground. Once first responders arrived, Joe went into journalist mode and started recording. It's a raw, up-close look at what firefighters encounter and how random strangers step in to help.
It is very unsettling to watch a heat emergency take place right in front of you. That's what happened to me Wednesday morning. I'm driving here along Roosevelt, and I see a man lying flat on his back here near the bus stop in the sun. It's over 100 degrees. I jump out of my car. There's a second man standing here, but he doesn't have a cell phone. We pull him over to a shaded area right here. I call 911.
Unconscious person, 7th Street and Roosevelt Street.
The man's in his mid-30s. His eyes appear to be sort of rolled back. He's breathing, but he's not responding as we're trying to talk to him.
Meanwhile, Luis sees us through the window of his barbershop. He keeps an emergency stash of Narcan for drug overdose patients. Luis sprayed Narcan in the victim's nostril.
You came out there fast and you had the Narcan ready to go.
Yeah, I had to, man. I've seen people overdose myself, man. I'm an addict myself.
A fentanyl addict. Luis is almost 2 years sober.
That was hard, man. I don't wish that on nobody.
Then,
My partner and I drove by, and we saw you guys all in this group, and we thought, well, something's going on.
Phoenix Police Sergeant Blake Hammond and his partner arrived. And then firefighters. They hooked up the man to an IV and placed him in a cold water immersion bag, meant to rapidly bring down his body temperature. A new tool the department is using this year, one they just demonstrated for us earlier this month. Phoenix Fire says they're deploying an average of 3 cooling bags a day right now. At this scene, firefighters need more ice.
We still utilized everybody around us too. Some of these restaurants were nice enough to bring out buckets.
At 10:37 a.m., less than 20 minutes after I called 911, medics are sending him to the hospital. He's still not responsive.
We're just trying to get this guy ID to help him out.
Sergeant Hammond says this cut straw is a sign the man may have taken fentanyl.
I don't know if it belongs to this gentleman because he was unconscious when we showed up. Odds are it may be, who knows?
It's the heat, humidity, it can be drugs too. It's a combination of both.
The fact that they brought out Narcan and got it in him gives them better odds.
It can.
If drugs are not a factor here, the heat alone is enough to kill. Already this year, the county is investigating 322 heat-related deaths, double the number compared to last year at this time.
Hopefully it makes it, man. It's praying for him.
We don't know yet if this unnamed patient, treated by a team of impromptu helpers, has survived. Health privacy laws keep us from knowing what happened to him at the hospital. It may take weeks before we find out.
We did a lot of interventions. They're going to figure out in the hospital to see if any of our interventions make an effect.
19 minutes on a Phoenix street, a glimpse into what first responders see every day. In Phoenix, Joe Dana, 12 News.